Hello everyone. So today is Friday and we are back with another coffee break session. Today I basically attended a cohort based course last month and I thought why not take some part out of it or take one session out of it and share the learnings with you. The session was about there are a lot of startups that are coming up nowadays and they don't have a lot of budget. For example, if you start a venture, if you start a small company, you can either spend on marketing, you can either spend on building a product, you can either spend on hiring the best person, or I mean, you have a limited budget, what I mean to say, and you can't spend that budget. You have to spend that budget very judiciously. So if you want to do branding without a budget, can you do it? Is it possible? So here today I would share some steps or some things you can do at early stage. Though a lot of companies, lot of new companies, they do it even when they are funded, when they have the budget, they still continue doing the same thing. We'll see those today. It's possible, and let's see what all can you do and how companies are doing it to do branding without spending a dime on marketing. The very first thing you should do is you should get your leadership to be vocal on social media, which is totally non-negotiable. So if you are the CEO, you are the founder, you have a designer with you, you have a product development team guy with you, you have a sales team with you, salesperson with you, you should get everyone talk about what they are doing, what kind of challenges they solve on regular basis, why they are building this product, what kind of, for example, a salesperson talk about what kind of challenges his leads share with him every day when he talk to them, or a designer can share why he's designing that product, or what is something he's working on, why he's working on, why he's trying to solve that. So people want to work with smart people. If they see you are vocal, you are talking about your product, you are talking about the pain points you are trying to solve for them, they would like to work with you, they would like to see what you are working on. One way, and Gong does it beautifully. I mean, he is Amit Vendov, CEO and co-founder of Gong. You see, apart from Amit, a lot of other, Amit himself is very vocal on social media. Apart from Amit, all the top leadership, entire top leadership is vocal on social media, be it Twitter, be it LinkedIn, be it YouTube. There, whoever they basically hire, the very first thing we see is their activity on LinkedIn. They quickly share everything over LinkedIn. So it is very important you do that. Second thing you can do is you can again you can showcase the features you are building, the initiatives you are undertaking, underscore challenges in what you are building, what kind of challenges you are facing in the product or in the service you are offering. You can have a blog that becomes the bedrock of that entire proposition basically. So what I mean to say is, if you are building a product, you should share what kind of features. You can share that over social media, you can share that over blog, you can share that in a guest post, you can do a however you want to do it. You should basically share what you are building, why you are building, if you have taken some initiatives, be it from culture perspective, be it from product perspective, be it from any perspective. You need to basically showcase. One of the way to do that is basically make your blog stronger and stronger. Keep blogging basically. Have a website and keep blogging. For example, PyTech is basically a software, and whenever a new feature comes in, it quickly basically creates a blog around that new feature, creates a walkthrough, not just on its blog, but on other blogs also. On whenever they guest post, they talk about those particular features, why they built one. For example, another example is even on Concurate, we have added why we started Concurate, what was the pain point or what was the challenge uh, we faced while working with other marketing agencies that made us to start Concurate. That is something we added on our website as well. So this is something people should keep doing. Then another thing is, you have less employees as you are starting up. You don't have a lot of employees. you are small, and you have liberty to do more. I mean, you don't have a lot of policies and other things that basically bind you with anything. So you should highlight whatever employee friendly policies you make, whatever you do around employee friendliness, building a culture, how you are basically, if you have a competition, this basically gives you a competitive advantage against how they are doing versus how your internal culture looks like. So this again is a very good branding practice. Your employees, whoever joins you, they talk about those policies on social media, and then the ripple effect continues. um, I was just going through LinkedIn yesterday. I did not search for this example, but it immediately came to my feed. Zerodha is a big company. Zerodha is not a small company, but again, they are doing the same thing. Nitin recently shared, yesterday only he shared it over LinkedIn and Twitter, that they are running a funnel program at Zerodha. If your BMI is less than 25% or the average BMI of everyone, you get half a month's salary as bonus. Um, Again, this is an example I'm sharing how CEO and founder basically is sharing such thing over internet. This is something you do. Even in Gravy, we does that. Deepak does that a lot. Whenever whatever policies we have, whatever competitions or whatever activities we do, Deepak is always a part of it. Deepak try and share it over social media, share the learnings over social media. Gravy team shares what kind of whatever happens inside Gravy, whatever they talk about inside Gravy over social media. That creates a ripple effect. Then have one session. Now again, you will have new interns on board when you are starting. You will have new joinees. Have one session with them where basically you talk about your vision or mission, why you started the company, what are the differentiators from competition, why, I mean, how are you different from competition, what is the industry landscape look like, who are the people who are already there in this industry, who are the major players, what are some key milestones that you have achieved till now. Maybe your product is in MVP, maybe you have just submitted a patent application as you are small, you have done anything, share that with them. Again, they basically, what happens is they share over link, even if they are for 2 or 3 months, they're just interning with you. They basically feel motivated to talk about this over social media through their handles, and again that gives you a branding effect. You don't, I mean, that gives you free of cost publicity. For example, I've taken an example here where new joinees in Gravy, they are talking about how basically grateful they are, or what kind of how they've received, um, how their onboarding was, who helped them their onboarding. This is the part when they join, and even when they exit. Have a look at this particular post where Arjun Veer is telling how he had a good inning with Gravy. He joined TT Consultants, but he had a good inning with Gravy. He loved being at Gravy. So this is something which again gives you branding. How Anjali, after she left, she talked about, I quit my high-paying job at Gravy, why he did that, what Gravy taught her, and other things. So this is something, this gives you free of cost branding. Again, you are small, you can do it more and more. You hire more and more interns, um, and this is helpful again. Then the next thing is, the more folks, again, you have an entire team, you are doing other things, you are doing everything which is there. You, for example, if you have a team of 50 people, you may have some or the other activity going on in your company every day. You need to motivate your employees, whoever is working for you. So idea here is, of all the last 2 or 3 points, is to motivate whoever joins you, your employees, to share more and more on social media, whatever they are doing, how they are thinking, what their thought process looks like. If they are basically working on a particular um, assignment, or if they are working on a particular culture building activity, whatever they are working on, they should share it over social media. For example, here Ankush share what he learned in a particular book club session where that was taken by her colleague Sonali in Gravy. Muzammil shared how basically lockdown helped him, how basically Gravy helped his team members in lockdown, how he and his team members, what kind of discussion he and his team members had in the lockdown. So again, it helps you putting the culture out, putting how you think, how your people behave, how your people react. Um, Nurture ambassadors within the team. This is again one thing. Again, here what we are doing is we are talking about the same thing. What I wanted to say, or what I am telling you, is you need to create ambassadors. You need to motivate your team to share whatever they are doing. If you have a new product or if you have a new feature that is there on social media, if you have a new product that is there, if you have a new feature in your product, um, get your team to talk about it on social media. Get your team, if you're doing a webinar, if you're doing any discussion, get your team to talk about that. Motivate your team to talk about that on social media, and that is how basically it helps again. Then speak to micro influencers. Micro influencers are people who have less than 20,000 followers, 5,000 plus followers, less than 25,000 followers to get a word for your brand. You might have seen a lot of startups or a lot of new age companies. They are now doing this thing. They basically, if you have a tea product, they basically give that to one of the micro influencer. They talk about it. I have seen this happening with Mama Earth. Mama Earth, basically, when it was new, it hired a lot of micro influencers to talk about the product, how they are different from others, how they are not, how they don't have any chemicals in them, and why people should go with that. So this is one of the example I took from Instagram. A lot of micro influencers are present on Instagram and YouTube. So whatever you do, engage with micro influencers. This again, of course, you need to spend some money, or you need to give free trial of your product, or maybe a free subscription of your product to these influencers. But that money will be very less, or against what you will get. Um, the amount you pay will be very less against what you will get from these kind of activities. So these were some things you need to focus on. Major thing is, all in all, the crux is you need to get your employees. I mean, whatever you are doing inside the company, get it out. Get your employees to talk about it. Encourage them to talk about it. Get your top top leadership to talk about whatever is happening, whatever initiatives they are taking. Get a small PR done around it if possible. When I say PR, I mean press release. That doesn't take a lot of money. Again, that doesn't take a lot of money. Get these things around, get these things doing, and this will basically take you a one step ahead in terms of branding. And of course, now after that, when you get some budget, when you have some funding, take the next steps. Go for a full-blown PR campaign, get your name out in the market, and do other things. But this is something you can do even if you are a two-member team. If you are just, if you and your co-founder is running the company, these are some things you can do by yourself that can help you in the branding part. I hope this was something which was interesting for you today. Let us know in comments below what you think about this, if you have any more suggestions, or if you have done any other thing while you were small, or if you're still small, you are doing something, do let us know about it. We would love to add that in our next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.